Black, green, Infect. We're going to go ahead and replay this list. Probably no changes because I actually think it's reasonably well suited. We just finished a league here on the stream where we actually got some value out of things like Veil of Summer over here and also Choke. So seeing those in our sideboard, we're pretty pleased with that. Now, what does the rock infect, if you will, get that a blue-green infect won't? Well, we've got Abrupt Decay, that's a removal. We can go after their hand a little bit instead of trying to counter, and we get Phyrexian Crusader. Now, Phyrexian Crusader does not work like Blighted Agent, just getting to attack in without needing to be blocked. However, red and white protection is pretty nice considering Path and Bolt are relatively prevalent in the meta. That being said, other than some Plague Stingers, which is just an evasive infect creature, and Glistener's Elves, basically we're trying to infect our opponents up to 10, and we'll see how we do that here with Black-Green Infect. Let's get to our matches. Crusader used to be better when Path and Bolt were the best removal. Yeah, there's other ways to definitely get rid of it. I'm not saying that it's perfect, but against some of the prowess matchups, it might be an interesting card. We'll see. We'll see what we run into. Either way, we get to play first here. We have an Infect creature plus Inquisition. I'm going to keep this, and I think to avoid losing our Glistener Elf here, we'll start with an Inquisition and see what's up. This deck will put... That's about as close as to the mirror as it gets. Vines of the Vastwood, Arcbound Ravager here. Metallic Mimic. Interesting. A couple hardened scales here. These both enter tapped. I guess I take the Arcbound Ravager here and just see what happens. See what happens. Okay. They have a bit of a slower hand here. We don't have a very lightning fast one either, though. They should put this graft onto this creature. They don't. That's a shame. All right, depending on what our top deck is, we could be killing our opponent. We'll find out here shortly. Again, Vines. It's true, they could Vines anything they wanted to. Yes, it's modern scales, Uncle DB. Why is MHH1 stagnate? I don't know what MHH1 is. All right, extra land here. Looks like they just want to have the Vines. Oh, if they didn't. If they didn't. The Vines prevents me from killing them right here. If they didn't have the Vines, maybe I should have taken the Vines. If I took the Vines and knew I was going to draw a scale up, we'd kill them. Let's just go for combat here. I'm really worried about a Vines. I'm just going to take them for 2 here and pass turn. I'm not super concerned about their next spell. Modern Horizon boxes are still 200. I couldn't tell you why. Put a Mimic down. There's a Walking Ballista. Oh, this is rough. Well. That's a nice top deck there. Top decked Inkmoth into Walking Ballista here, and they have a 4/4 Walking Ballista now. If I plus this, they just shoot it again. I guess I just gotta let that go. Doesn't feel very good. Those are good couple rips there. And I am now flooding out. So we just, what, get another hardened scales here? Man. Arcbound Ravager here now. We really could have had them too. I'm going to continue playing just briefly here because I have like a few ways to get rid of something like a Walking Ballista. But not many. Let's redraw. Oops. Getting a lot of lands here too. There's another Glistener Elf. They just shoot this. Alright. We're going to concede here and we're going to move to game 2. I'm not seeing myself getting out of this. All right, so Fatal Push can definitely come in here. Do I need a Plague Engineer? I don't think so. Let's bring 2 Fatal Pushes in for play a Phyrexian Crusader, and I'm tempted to take 1 removal, like a Thoughtseize out. Try this. I don't think I need this Plague Engineer. I can name Construct, but I think we're losing if we're just naming Construct. The 3-drop, I'd rather just try to kill him. Maybe while we're on the draw, I can be a little bit more defensive. Let's do it this way. Let's play first. Nope. Got a Fatal Push and an Inquisition. I also have a Noble Hierarch. Good for the tokens, yeah, but I'm going to be on the play. I'll do that when I'm on the draw. This doesn't kill fast enough. Probably mulligan this. If I had a green source, this would be great. Guess we have to mulligan again, looking for green. All right, we can keep this. So keep, ditch Wooded Foothills, ditch probably just Forest. Say okay. We're gonna put down a Glistener Elf to start things off and then look to Inquisition them. We're gonna do this in the reverse order this time. Basic Forest and a Hardened Scales. The Plague Stinger. Let's go ahead and Inquisition here instead of getting the Plague Stinger down. I want to see what my opponent's working with. Alright, so we have a Walking Ballista, Throne, a Metallic Mimic, and an Arcbound Ravager. The Walking Ballista kills a lot of our stuff, so we'll get rid of that. Attack for 1 and pass turn. Not really an option here. Phyrexian Core here and a Metallic Mimic. This does mean that really our flyer is probably the only thing getting through. Let's go ahead and go to combat here and see if I can nudge out either the Mimic, trade with it. I think I'm going to just play Plague Stinger even if we trade here. I don't mind this trade. Getting to play a Plague Stinger and then just attack in the air, which is evasive, could be really nice, especially depending on what I draw here as a way to make this just like work out for us. My opponent rips another Walking Ballista, which ends up killing our Plague Stinger because the Hardened Scales gives this an extra Extra one there. And they hit an Ancient Strains. Wow. Uncle DB, can I run hot like this? I thought we were gonna be good with a Plague Stinger and then have something else to follow it up. Doesn't appear to be the case. I'll slap down a Phyrexian Crusader, and this might be it. If they have another land here, they just up this, double shoot, and then we just move to the next match. Arcbound Worker, it's a 2/2. This does have first strike. Arcbound Ravager, all right, same thing happens here. We even took things away from them. This is a 7/7. They're just gonna shoot this twice with the Walking Ballista here. 7, 8, 9, 2 in, 14 they can do to me. I need a Fatal Push off the top. We'll take the draw. We'll see. Let's go to match 2. Let's just forget that. Let's just forget that even happened. I hate that deck. I hate that one. Uncle DB, when I play Hardened Scales, we draw 10 lands. When my opponent plays it, they have 2 and top deck 5 cards that are fantastic for them. Redraw with the land? No, it wasn't even worth it. You know how you beat Scales? K-Command. Maybe. Fair enough. I said I wanted a quicker league because usually we try to get 2 in and we were 3 hours in. 3 hours, actually, like 30 minutes roughly in. And I said, well, this could be a quick league. Yeah. Quick 05. All right, Yoon Snake is our opponent. Hand looks good. Let's keep. Got Glistener, Noble, Vines, Creeping Tar Pit. Think I want to protect. Gosh, I can go for a turn 2 kill. Do they have the Fatal Push? They probably do. I can go for a turn 2 kill. It's right here. It's those 4 cards. They've got that Fatal Push though, it's over. Well, it's not over. I can hit him for 10 with the Noble Hierarch. We're not playing Infect not to go for it. We will force my opponent to have that Fatal Push. Good luck, opponent. If you stumble here and you need a Serum Visions or Opt, you're done. F6. Don't Fatal. Why are you making black mana? Haha. Haha. We can do a turn 3 kill instead. Inquisition. Snapcaster. They can do a Snapcaster Fatal Push. I hate it. All right. Get rid of Snapcaster. Land. Overgrown Tomb again. Glistener Elf. Good luck, opponent. What's my opponent playing, by the way? What are they playing? You spot my list? I'm not gonna lose the Titan. Oh, they topped. They topped with the Opt. Field of Ruin. Black mana. Inquisition. Scale up gone. Goodbye scale up. Top deck scale up. Inky. Inky. Alright. Noble Hierarch here and Might. Maybe I should wait with the Vines. Maybe Vines is safer here. I'm going to go ahead and just attack and hold Vines for protection here. Hit him for 2. Vines protection and then Might of Old Krosa. They know what they have to beat. Also, our opponent is totally playing the blue-black Grave Titan deck that we've been kind of playing a little bit on the side. Mystic Sanctuary, Grave Titan, 2 unknown cards. Here we go. Do you have the answers, opponent? Do I just go for it? Why not? Why not? Snapcaster here to chump block, probably. Because Snapcaster is a chump blocker. Mana Leak. That awkward moment where you have a Mana Leak and they're holding up just the Creeping Tar Pit. I'm gonna say no. I don't need to go that far on this. Thoughtseize to take away the Fatal Push or whatever they've got going on. It's a Liliana, Last Hope. Sounds like a great card to take. Hit him for 2 pass turn. We'll probably boot up Inkmoth next. Well, with Field, maybe that's not a good idea. I guess Creeping Tar Pit doesn't get activated here. Okay. Vine the Inkmoth in response. I think I'm good still. I think I'm good still. I don't think I want to be Vinesing the Inkmoth there. We'll just happily have our Glistener Elf here. Did they top deck a Fatal Push? What do we got here? Drown in the Lock. Alright, we'll keep our Glistener Elf around here. Protection. We know it's just Grave Titan. Slap down a Phyrexian Crusader here and attack for 2. This looks good because its first strike gets through Creeping Tar. Well, it doesn't get through it, but it will trade. Well, it won't even trade. This is a good. It's getting late. This is good. Phyrexian and Creeping Tar Pit's okay here. All right. So they have a land here. Watergrave in. We're almost to the Titan. We'll just attack with Phyrexian Crusader here. We end up top decking an Abrupt Decay. They probably have to boot up Creeping Tar Pit. Oh, they choose not to. Okay. Down to 9. I almost need another removal spell if they are able to play Grave Titan. 2 mana. Spreading Seas redraw. Okay. You got something? The answer is no. So we've got to be blue-black Grave Titan. Blue-black Grave Titan. So Veil of Summer is pretty good in this matchup. Choke is probably pretty good. And maybe Shaper's Sanctuary. To me, I feel like Shaper's Sanctuary could be probably a better card, but I know it's always in the lists. Abrupt Decay feels a little bit awkward. I know it could get a Snapcaster, maybe a few other small things, but I don't Knowing what we know about our blue-black Titan list, I just don't see this Abrupt Decay making a lot of sense. Let's take out... I kind of want to take out one Scale Up, or maybe actually one Become Immense. And let's do Veils and Chokes. And I guess I'm supposed to bring in the Shaper's Sanctuary. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I'm gonna go with no. I think Shaper Sanctuary is nice, but I think it's more for like Jund or something. All right, we're gonna keep this hand. I'm gonna choke my opponent. We have a Stinger as well. I can go get an Overgrown Tomb. They might kill Noble Hierarch. They might save their Fatal Pushes for something a little more frightening. I could just Thoughtseize. You know what? Change of mind. Thoughtseize wasn't a bad one. Actually, I'm glad I did now. Alright, so we have a Snapcaster, Spreading Seas, and Aether Gust. Spreading Seas kind of wrecks us a little bit. It doesn't come down... Well, it could with the field. Oh, we don't, but we have Abrupt Decay, Grayus. That's why. Suppose I have to take the Spreading Seas here. I'm on 1 mana. I can't lose my Overgrown Tomb and also get it choked here. Field. Play our Noble Hierarch and hope they don't get any bright ideas to Aether Gust this. We'll bottom it. I'm looking for an actual land. Well, this is going to be an interesting one. Mystic Sanctuary played. Ink Moth. Slap down a Plague Stinger here. If I top deck Green Source, we could win. If they have a land, they can Snapcaster Aether Gust. One of these. Opponent top decked a Fatal Push at some point, taking down Plague Stinger. Extra Field of Ruin, so they can go after the Ink Moth or after the Overgrown Tomb. We know it could be Snapcaster Aether Gust. They can go get black here. I think I have to make this turn about them interacting with my choke rather than interacting with my Phyrexian Crusader next turn with Damnation. So here this choke doesn't really hit a whole lot, but it makes things weird for them, so they're going to go ahead and Aether Gust. We'll just bottom this as well. Kind of making them use all their resources and hoping that maybe this can stick. Or we can do something with the Ink Moth. We need them to tap out of their Field of Ruins, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. We do have plenty of damage if I can find the chance to do it. My opponent's upset about something. Oh, didn't realize it was Fluffy. They've now realized it's me. Wahaha. Spreading Seas are Ink Moth. Okay. It's an island now. They draw. Land allows them to get black for Damnation. Snapcaster in. Not sure what we can do here, right? I need like 2 threats, 1 back to back. They want to know if they're going on YouTube. I don't know. I don't know what goes on YouTube. I don't control that. Charles does. Phyrexian Crusader here, hoping that we top deck another way to interact with our opponent with a creature. Probably Plague Stinger is what I'd like. They go with an island here, which is interesting. And Fatal Push. Alright, so they were able to just crack that and get the Fatal Push. We've got Damnation to get through. I've got all the pump spells. Isn't everyone on YouTube in some form? If you never leave your house, you'll never be there. Well, this isn't going well. Veil of Summer, right on time. Polluted Delta. Cracks the Polluted Delta. Basic Swamp. Boots up Creeping Tar Pit. What if I just Might of Old Krosa both of these for fun? Here, let me help you out. Let me help you out, opponent. That's only 7 damage. You got it. You got it. Dead me. I wasn't drawing live anyway. Alright, do we want these shapers in? Maybe 1 of those, and let's do 1 more. Submit! Submit! Blue-Black Titan, come on. We can beat this list. We know what's up. Keep. Keep Noble Hierarch. What is green-black Infect? Clearly we just should be green Infect. Clearly. Watery Grave. Sideways. Alright. So here, Fetch Shock, Shapers, Glistener Elf, and leave ourselves with a Veil and a Scale Up. Looking pretty good. Uh-oh. Mono green. No thanks. Denied. Gotta land. Uh-oh. They should be worried now. Mystic Sanctuary sideways here. This is 6. It's a lot of damage. Opponent goes to 3 Infect remaining. 7 in. Albeit I don't have any more pump spells. Where'd they all go? Gives us the turn back. No field. What are spells? What are spells? We're gonna attack for 2 here. It's gonna make it look like I have a pump spell. What I'm basically hoping here is that they shoot one of these and I get a spell. Uh-oh. Down to 9. Uh-oh. What are spells? I didn't go for it. Oh no. If they remove both of these, I'm gonna be so sad. I'm gonna be so sad. Don't touch these. Oh my gosh. Turn 4. Damnation doesn't get it because I've got an Ink Moth here. Oh no, what did they have? Oh no, GG's. I'm curious what they had. You need to have your drown the locks. You need to have your fatal pushes. Slow rolled. They told me GG's. They've asked for more blue-black greatness. Wow, there's some spells. All right. Return to details. 1 and 1. You ever get a sub to a random channel you have never been to before? No. You might want to change your password. Match 3 here. Infect, black-green variety. Let's go. Let's get it done. Playing first like we want to. Ooh. 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 2 scale ups isn't very good, right? Grayus, that emote looks hilarious with a little red nose. Oh, sub to random channel. Yeah, you can get those. If you follow or whatever, and there's a bunch of gifted subs that go beyond what they have, they can randomly be given out. This is probably... You know what? It's Wednesday. We're keeping. We're going first. Wooded Foothills. This is gonna be good. You watch. Here we go. Scale ups are gonna win this game. Dude, Daniel Yoon just showed up. Protection from red. Next level plays. Are we ready to win this game, ladies and gentlemen? Go ahead. I'm not gonna try to give them the Urborg here. I'll probably fetch and get a green source or a black source with the Verdant Catacombs. Opponent shocks in his steam vents here. Daniel. Daniel Yoon. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're just playing some fun Infect. Stormwing entity. This card's a slight problem. It's blue. It's blue. You got those cool emotes. This is a Maven emotes. All right, opponent, get decayed. Get out of here. This card's a problem for us. All right. Well, we know that black's fine here. We'll go ahead and slap down a Phyrexian Crusader and pass the turn. I get to Noble Hierarch and scale up next turn. Just maybe something. We'll F6 and see if they can just string enough spells together and kill me. Opt. That's not killing me. I think I'm good. You can check the VOD out. There's no way to rewind a live stream that I'm aware of. Extra Stormwing here. There's a lot of Stormwings. Maybe bunnies are just the best. We have a 4/4/3/3 Stormwing. They're going to attack for 4, put me to 15. I get to Noble Hierarch and scale up. Ink Moth is not bad to see here. So Noble, scale up. This hits for 7. So we do have potential lethal next turn. I could really use another pump spell for this Ink Moth. Hello, Twitch. I would like to report a gifted sub. Gifted sub. I don't want this. Give it back. Gut Shot's Noble Hierarch here. An interesting choice. This doesn't really change what's happening here. I still hit for 6. Oh, they're gonna block. Okay. I'm cool with that. They probably forgot that this has first strike. Get first striked. Spritey Dragon. Swift Spear. What if I boot up Ink Moth and smack this? 1, 2, 8 with the scale up here if they attack with everything. Interesting attack here. I wonder if I'm supposed to boot up Ink Moth and block the Sprite Dragon. Probably not. If I get another pump spell, then I have like scale up on one of these, and then I'll have the pump spell on something else. And it's a good chance I will, because I have Verdant Catacombs. Ugh. Let's redraw. Not quite there yet. Let's go ahead and scale up one more time here, because this will probably force the block from the Stormwing. I can use Ink Moth potentially as a blocker if need be. And then I'll have a Become Immense. We're just trying to slow them down just enough here. We're actually now where we could Become Immense and do something else on the Phyrexian Crusader. And this may be enough. Jumping in front of these is probably just the safest thing to do, so that we just don't die. Gut shots into light up the stage. My opponent's trying to kill us here. Oh, dang. That's some lightning bolts. That's not good. We have to block that. Dang. Nice light up the stage, opponent. Well, we're booting this up because I'm dying otherwise. Ink Moth is here to save the day. Bolts Ink Moth. These are 4/4. That's 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's probably exactly what they needed. 2 lightning bolts off light up the stage. Wow. Wow. We even had the Phyrexian Crusader. They had to just chump block with a few Stormwing entities. How did that happen? This was lethal. It was lethal. Couple fatal pushes to keep some of this in check so I don't die so fast and kitchen finxes. When you get it, Empty Joe really gives it to you. Let's get rid of some Thought Seizes here. Abrupt Decays are probably okay. Let's get rid of 1 Plague Stinger. No. So I want all this. Maybe Kitchen Finks doesn't matter as much, but gaining a little bit of life is probably not bad. Just more blockers and creatures. I'm gonna take the 2 mutagenic growths out. I know mutagenic growth can help with like a quicker kill. I'm gonna take them out, not because it's maybe the right thing to do, but I think I just want a little more interaction. Black-green Infect has that need to be a little more interactions. Oh my gosh, Grace, why are you sending them to the bottom of the ocean? Daniel, if he's got partner, he's doing better than me. Got nothing. Got nothing. No, viewbots would get you banned. You don't do that. No do. Bad idea. And yes, they can track that. They can track it. If I know how they could build something to track that, I can guarantee you they can track it. It really isn't that hard. All right, I've submitted. My opponent's taking the time here. Let's play first. All right. Gonna keep it. Let's see if my opponent's got the answers for Glistener Elf. We don't have a second green source right now. I don't think it'll matter too much. Looking to probably remove something here. Spire Bluff Canal. This is our opportunity to hit the Glistener Elf. And a Lava Dart. Lava Dart. All right. Plague Stinger. Go. Let's see that mountain. Five viewers on average is affiliate. Oh, they have their mountain. They're going to just Lava Dart this. Goodbye, Plague Stinger. Goodbye. Let's all wave to Plague Stinger. Goodbye, Plague Stinger. Goodbye. Wave. Wave. He's affiliate, not partner. Just depends on what they're streaming, what communities they're around, and how they can get involved. Lava Darts are Plague Stinger. Goodbye. We wave. Well, we find an Ink Moth here. Suppose that's something. Go ahead, opponent. One less land. That's always good for us. All right, Scalding Tarn here, Steam Vents, shocks us in. Swift Spear in play currently. Finds themselves a Manamorphose. We'll let this go. Planning to Abrupt Decay. If I can find a green source here, well, I was gonna say it was gonna be great, but now they have a Stormwing. So Stormwing's a problem for us now. Go ahead and get rid of the Swift Spear. I'm probably just gonna have to scale up and see if my opponent wants to block. Well, getting another one, pretty easy to go ahead and scale up now. Scale up, come here. Make it a 6/4, an attack. We'll hope they don't have Gut Shot here. If they have Gut Shot, they can trade with Ink Moth. That should be awful. I might have missed it, but have you talked about next year's streaming schedule and if there will be any changes, or will you announce it later before end of the year? Right now, it's pretty much just going to be the same stuff. 6 Infect. All right. We just connected with my opponent's face. But yeah, no current changes for next year. Evan and I are chatting a little bit, but I don't think I'm going to switch anything to a Tuesday to fill that gap. So right now, I don't think there's any changes. That could change. You wish Infect played more Legacy Infect. Opponent attacks us for 4 with a Stormwing entity after opting. We have a Fatal Push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can become immense at instant speed. We will try to become immense at instant speed. Here we go for a point of damage. Does my opponent want to interact? The answer is no. All right. Smart move. Smart move. All right. Go ahead. They abrade. Oh, this feels so awful now. Abrade is so good. I was worried about burn spell. It's just abrade. Just destroy that artifact. Get out of here. Daily uploads may change. Oh gosh, they're gonna mutagenic growth me. They're gonna mutagenic growth me. 6-6. Ooh, thank you for the sub. Welcome. Plays MTG, and I'm Uric? I'm not paying attention anymore. We die. Exacties. Look at these. Look at these emotes. Giving some love to our latest sub. Thank you so much for helping us get further towards our goals of subscribers. And as of right now, we might tone back some of the daily uploads because daily uploads is kind of taxing on us. So that might slightly change. I don't think I'll drop it all the way to the 3 that I had, but it's probably gonna drop maybe by 1 to 2. The 3-2 dream is alive. It is. I just want to say, oh, he scared me. Hey, real quick. I just want to say that I appreciate you as a streamer. You're always fun to watch, no matter which deck you're playing, and provide a great viewing atmosphere. Props to keeping it good, Spirit. So thank you. All right, let's play first. What are we doing? Phyrexian River Crusader? All right, we're just going to do it. We're just going to play it. 2020 is repeating? What? Why is 2020 repeating? Huh? What? Look at this bird. Dreamtail Heron? This bird's like... I kind of want this. All right, Overgrown Tomb. Go ahead, opponent. Forest for our opponent. Utopia Sprawl. This could be really bad for us. We will very much lose to a Blood Moon here. Don't Blood Moon me, opponent, please. Don't pillage me, please. Just leave me alone. Oh no. Ooh. Okay. Glistener Elf, go. Renin 6. Oh my gosh, I just want to go play Blood Moons in Red Prison. What's up, Fluffy and Chat? How are we tonight? Awesome, Mary. Whatever you celebrate. There you go. Should I hit this concede button? I don't do this often. Yeah, you should be able to, Grayus. I don't remember how I give you... I can't because of layers. Urborg is not itself. How do I give you access, Grayus? Oh no, moderators can. You're good. You're good. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm gonna scale up their thing. I think we lost this one. Yeah, go for it, Grace. Have at it. All right, so what are we doing here? We're just gonna stand because we're so far behind in this match. Bloodbraid Elf into pillage, blast the forest. Nope. Tax me for 3. I'm going to concede. I'm gonna concede. I need a creature that lives through Renin 6, which is pretty much only Phyrexian Crusader, or an extra forest and that creature. We'd have 1 draw, 2 draws, 3 draws, 4 draws, 5 draws, 6 draws, 7 draws, 8 draws. Not happening. We'll just say not happening. Man, I don't have anything for this matchup. You don't have to worry about subbing. Just following and being here, that is plenty. Dang, that worked, Grayus. That worked. Where's the dragon when you need him? I don't have anything for this matchup. I guess Plague Engineer for Elf. For Elf. I'm just gonna jam it back. I'm just jamming it back. We can get this. We're gonna stop them with our Abrupt Decay. Look at this hand. Keep. Look at this hand. What a hand. There you go. There you go. You can indulge. Although I don't know about a pint of vodka. That sounds like a lot. Alright, basic forest for our opponent. We have a Utopia Sprawl. We're gonna hit them up with the Inquisition and then see if I want to Abrupt Decay the Utopia Sprawl or not. I know we're playing a little bit slower here, but just gotta see what's going on here. We got a Magus of the Moon. They'll have 3 mana here. I'm afraid of Renin 6 as well. I don't like Bone Crusher Giant either. I guess Phyrexian Crusaders kind of safe from that. So here I could take Renin 6 and make them play the Magus. I could also just take the Magus here. Get rid of the Magus and Abrupt Decay the Utopia Sprawl. Seems okay. Let's do that. Not a lot of people would go after the Utopia Sprawl. I'm just interested in getting rid of that. Stomping Ground here does a Wren and 6. Probably shoots our Noble Hierarch here. That's fine. Going to Inkmoth plus Phyrexian Crusader. And then we can hit them for probably about 3 a turn. We'll see. We'll see. One fetch land gets them a bit out of this with a Wren and 6, but if no fetch land, then they're kind of stuck. Kind of stuck. What I don't like is, oh gosh, they found a land. Finishing cycle, Badlands. I'd better win with a hand like this? What? No, I can't do that. Plays the Bone Crusher Giant out. So now they don't have Stomp, which feels really nice. Forest. Let's boot up Inkmoth. Let's attack for 3. Looking good. Looking good. And we'll just pass the turn. Got the Vines for protection. Got the Glistener Elf, possibly. Didn't want to play that because of, you know, Wren and 6 things. Opponent attacks for 4. I like that. I like that. We know 2 of the cards here. Seasoned Pyromancer and Bloodbraid Elf. We're just going to boot up again. Smack them for another solid 3. Cast with Kicker. Cast with Kicker. That looks good. That's a total of 7. And they're at 3 Infect. And that is game number 2. All right. That Abrupt Decay on that Utopia Sprawl, pretty good. What are you all talking about? Chat's going too fast now. Yeah, I've noticed Arena's a bit more casual. Nothing wrong with being a little more casual. All right, so Abrupt Decay felt pretty good. It is our interaction for something like a Blood Moon. Don't particularly like Fatal Push or whatever. I think Phyrexian Crusader is just our best shot. I think we need to be sure that we don't lose to a Blood Moon and Crusader away. Go ahead, opponent. By the way, I really like their Dreamtail Heron here. It's really a pretty bird with the blue. Pretty colors. All right, what do we have here? We have an Inquisition, and I have 30 Infects of Inkmoth value. I can Inquisition away a Blood Moon. If they have Magus and Blood Moon, we can pretty much scoop this up. Sounds like a good chance. Keep. Windswept Teeth. Fetch basic. Ooh, they didn't do anything. All right. Ooh, all right. We don't need to worry about basics yet. Inquisition. Check the hand. Wren and 6 Bone Crusher Giant. Take a Bone Crusher Giant. You may have 1,000 Wren and 6s. Grayus is doing magical things over there. Fetches with Windswept Teeth and Prismatic Vista here. This is going to be a Wren and 6 uptick. All right. As soon as we find a Blood Moon, we're dead. I think I'm going to play Inkmoth and not even worry about getting a forest. Yeah, I'm not winning with just a forest. Inkmoth, go. We're going to just put down 30 in Inkmoth. That's what's going to happen. That's probably a good idea, Grace. Probably a good idea. Fetches with Windswept Teeth here, picks it back up. We know 1 Wrenn and 6 has been played. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Oh. Chandra Heart and lands. All right. So here, I think it's okay to use Misty Rainforest. Getting a basic. We will go ahead and Ink Moth pretty cleanly here. All right, so next up is probably just slamming each Ink Moth down unless we get a Phyrexian Crusader. My opponent can play something at 4 here if they do have it. Doesn't appear that they do. 3 at most. Noble Hierarch's a bit interesting here. Let's play Ink Moth down. Activate Ink Moth. Let's go ahead and attack. Gonna go ahead and play a Glistener Elf here and the Noble Hierarch. I should have gotten the Noble Hierarch in for an extra point. We miss a point there. We're thinking of like not running everything into the Chandra here. But now they'll do the Chandra and kill something and do this pick off. So this is keeping Wrenn and 6 a little bit in check for us, which I don't mind. Gonna have 2 sets of Ink Moths here. What does that do for us? I don't know yet. 1, 2. Is this lethal? Or did I miss it because of the last one? I can add 6, 7, 8. I think we're good. I think we're good here. Boot them up. Boot them up. In for 8. Dodged Blood Moon. Grace, that's why we don't have Force of Vigor. Because we're a tier 3 deck. Let's play our next one. We're playing Infect versus Blood Moon in 1. My opponent might have had like 7 lands. Sometimes that happens though. Sometimes that happens though. All right, final match of this league was a quick one. I'm kind of glad that it was a quick one. We needed a quick one. Let's play first. Green Chopper 44. Good luck. No lands. Who needs lands? We actually need lands. This hand is okay. We'll keep. Get rid of a basic. Slap down that Noble Hierarch. See what the Plague Stinger can do for you. Fetch Shock. I wonder what they're going to be playing. In goes Noble Hierarch and pass the turn. F6. It is Urza's Mine. We've got ourselves Tron. We have to beat Tron. Can we do it? I bet we can. Just shocking and everything. Stinger in. Go ahead, opponent. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have a 2-turn clock here. Will it be enough? I bet they're Blacktron. Okay, green mana. Green mana. Ancient Strings. One more pump spell, please. One more pump spell, please. Power Plant. Plays Power Plant. Relic. Don't care. Pump spell. Pump spell. Pump. Spell. Well, I guess I'll Thoughtseize. Maybe I can stop them. Oh my gosh. We just take Karn. Good luck, opponent. We just take Karn. And I attack with Stinger, and I can probably, what, just mutagenic growth here? And we get one more turn to do this? I'll just keep the vines just in case my opponent gets something crazy. They're at 4. There's the tower. This flies. Okay. Okay. I'm really nervous now that they're going to get a Walking Ballista here. But at least the Walking Ballista can only be a 1/1. But now I don't kill. Walking Ballista. Okay. It's a 1/1. Oh, we'll fetch. Because why not? So I need to scale up here. Here, I'm gonna give the old kicker. The old kicker. Alright, so Plague Stinger stays alive here. It's not very good with the Karn out, though. If I top deck a scale up, I win. Opponent draws with Relic. Scale up? That's not a scale up. It's really bad. Alright, Thoughtseize. Wormcoil, Ugin, Relic, Sphere. I'll take Ugin because that's dangerous, and I think I have to just attack Karn to keep Karn from going down tick and getting something else like Bridge or something. So attack the Karn, put it down, and I'm looking for my scale up. No, we don't lose yet. We don't lose yet. We haven't lost yet. Scale up. Opponent whiff. Yeah. Ballista's in exile. Scary Ballista. Chromatic Sphere. See? We're fine, we're fine. They're whiffing. They're whiffing. Whiffity whiff whiff whiff. Scale up. One time. Scale up. Relic. See? They just have to draw. They've whiffed. Whiff. Whiff, 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 whiff. Opponent whiff is not a battle plan? Opponent whiffing is not a battle plan. You are correct. A plane to the possibility that my opponent does not draw a card that removes my thing and giving us an extra turn, though, is. Ha! Blast Zone does not kill us. Yet. One turn to go. Here we go. Redraw. Scale up. Right here. Off the top. What are we doing? What are you doing? What is going on? What are you... Okay. Scale up. Right here. Stop doing things. You're ruining the moment. Yield. Scale up. Here. Now. Draw. Exalt the trigger. That works. That works. We got there. It wasn't scale up. Decks like Fluffy, get with the program. Name all the cards that you could win with. My bad, Infect. I'm sorry about that. I'll be a better Magic player. All right, so what do we have for this matchup? We have the submit button. We have the submit button. Yeah, submit. That's it. You bet the opponent wants to crack the blast zone? Yeah, if they would have cracked the blast zone, we wouldn't have won. Wouldn't have won. Should have waited on that blast zone. Can we get a 3-2? Can anybody that plays Infect tell me, is this a good matchup? This is bad hand. Is Tron a good or bad matchup? We're gonna mulligan this. We don't have green mana. This is awful. Mulligan. We don't have a creature. Oh, we do have a creature. We have a sketchy hand. This is a great matchup unless they have Ballista. So is this deck terrible? Be honest. I don't normally not 3-2 with it, so positive win ratio means it's not terrible. Keep this? Like, and just hope that Stinger is good? This is like an awful hand. The backlighting is fantastic now, very bright. Yeah, I've been bumping it up. I need to play with it. And I almost never put that light on because that involves me plugging in an outlet, and I'm lazy. My opponent's on 4 cards. Plague Stinger. By the way, look at this guy. It's Plague Stinger. That's terrifying. If this showed up in my house, the house would be burned to the ground. We would have no house. And this thing would probably be still alive. It'd be like... That's what it would be doing in the corner. And I'd be like... Expedition map. I have no way to accelerate Abrupt Decay out to kill the map. Oh well. Bummer. Go ahead, opponent. Let's see what your second card is here. Do you have Tron? You have a Blast Zone. Blast Zone and puts a Chalice on 1. I don't think I care what this map goes and gets. Plague Stinger it is. Good luck. I'm looking at the map like, well, I could blow that up, but then they have this Chalice on 1, so we'll see how this goes. We'll see if I'm lucky with my choices here. They think they're safe. They kept Chalice. Ha! I have Decay. We know how this plays. Red Prison player knows this. What? What? Combat in for 1. I probably just go ahead and Abrupt Decay now and take a peek at what's going on there. Thoughtseize and take something that's scary and going to kill me. You're playing against a Tron deck that has Uro in it? That's terrifying. Please tell them to stop. Please tell them to stop. Karn the Great Creator. Karn the Great Creator. Hell, it's Karn the Great Creator. Alright, Urza's Power Plant in. We've got Karn possibly next turn. We did get rid of the Chalice, so we've got some potential things happening here. Let's do Noble Hierarch. I'm going to redraw with the Peatland here, trying to find ways to kill my opponent faster. I'm gonna go ahead and do a mutagenic growth here. This does not play super well with my opponent potentially having a Blast Zone or a Walking Ballista, but I'm kind of hoping my opponent misses their land drop here. We'll see. We'll see. Blast Zone's up to 2. We might be converting damage. Scale up the Noble Hierarch. Uh-oh. They found their 3rd land here. It's in Urza's Mine. Would they like Karn, or are they going to Blast Zone? I'll go ahead and attack and see if they want to fire off this Blast Zone. I do have an Ink Moth here, which makes things a bit interesting. You've played 8 matches today. 6 of them were some sort of Tron. Play Red Prison. Can we use perverse, intrusive, mean, or offensive words on the stream? I will take it that you did not read the rules when you joined the stream, which were right there when you said, I accept. So that is your answer. My opponent finds their 4th land here and does get a Karn down. We'll see what they end up going and getting after this. Might be like Walking Ballista to deal with Ink Moth, or it could be Liquid Metal Coating. It is a Liquid Metal Coating. I'm really not drawing very well here. Get to play our Glistener Elf. We'll boot up our Ink Moth. I'll just attack them because we have Glistener Elf and Ink Moth here. Trying to finish off and win. Down to 7, go ahead. Liquid Metal Coating's their choice. Target non-creature artifact becomes an artifact creature with power and toughness. We'll see what they want to do here. Plays a Walking Ballista. Oh, I'm quick, Grace. All right, so we have a Walking Ballista here as a 1/1 that stops a lot of the stuff that I'm trying to do here. I have not drawn but lands. We'll boot up Ink Moth here. I'm going to attack with both Glistener Elf and Ink Moth. I have a feeling they're just going to shoot Ink Moth and block Glistener Elf, though. So block. Makes it look like I might have some sort of way to make this bigger. Go ahead and Inquisition and pass the turn. Take the Sylvan Scrying. All right. Well, this is kind of interesting. If they have another Walking Ballista, they can definitely put that on 2 and mess with my Ink Moth Nexus with the Liquid Metal Coating. If they go to attack the Ink Moth with the Liquid Metal Coating, we just activate in response again. They are at 8, so they need a way to deal with Ink Moth. They could down tick here and get a bridge, but if they can't play that second card, then we're in good shape. In some ways, maybe Inquisition was incorrect to do. It's difficult to say, though, just because you don't know what that card is. And a map or a sphere would have been problematic as well. Yeah, we did it once, Sean, already. Shawnee Bonbon. I'm curious what this Karn's going to go get, though. Spyglass is a really good get. All right. In response here, we're still going to activate so they can't, like, liquid metal it or something. Just this one turn, but this does stop this. So I need another infect creature. Maybe they'll think, oh, you already activated it and I don't want to name this. Name's Ink Moth. All right. I need another creature here. This game's close for game number 2. Abrupt Decay would kill the Spyglass and allow me to win the game. We have 2 of those. I have several Glistener Elves, some Plague Engineers, and... Sorry, not Plague Engineer. Phyrexians and Plague Stingers. Goes after my Overgrown Tomb, which really doesn't matter. There's a Phyrexian Crusader. So we have lethal once again here. Can't activate Ink Moth, but we've got this one. I'm going to go ahead and attack with the Noble Hierarch at the Karn the Great Creator here. Just to see if we can clear it. Phyrexian Crusader by itself is good enough, which is nice. 1 card in my opponent's hand. Do they have a way to deal with my last infect creature? The answer is no. 3-2. Green-black. Infect in Modern. How did that happen? I have no idea. Here's the list. This is what we've got here. I do agree with Grea's talking about Force of Vigor probably being something that we want. The fact that we had the Abrupt Decay did benefit us there in that last matchup, getting rid of Chalice of the Void on 1, which ended up winning us that game. So there's a little bit of that. Choke and Veil have been pretty good. I think Shaper's Sanctuary is slowly becoming just a card that's why play it. And here's why. Here's why not, rather. Playing Shaper's Sanctuary, play turn 1. They're like, great. Turn 2, creature, ha, I'll get to draw a card. And they're like, yeah, my Uro, my Growth Spiral, my Teferi, my other Teferi, my Titan, my, Cleansing Wildfire over here, my Spreading Seas over here. All my cards draw cards too, man. What are you trying to play, 2012 Magic? Shaper Sanctuary, put it out. I'm not seeing the value of it right now. I'm not an Infect player, though, so take that with a grain of salt. Grain of salt. Lots of salt. Lots of salt. There you go, though. Pretty good night. Pretty good night for the stream, though. Green-black Infect, though. Here in Modern. Pretty sweet one.